Hello, it's Daryl again at 10 Foot Truck. Just doing another random video here in the parking lot of Lowe's. Today I'm just doing a junk removal job, and a lot of it's just going to be recycling. So that's okay, because that just saves me money. When you're able to recycle cardboard and cans and things, you can separate those. Those go for free, and then I'll take the other stuff to the. Hold on, air conditioning's loud. So the other stuff I'll take, so it's going to reduce the cost quite a bit. So I always try to do those where I'm recycling as much as I can, and then if I can find stuff that I could use, I'll take that too. So I'll be doing that today. And then I'm also I just signed up for this other app which specializes in construction materials delivering to construction sites. And the app, I just signed up, so I don't know how it's going to work, but according to what I've read, they have, I think they have partnerships with Lowe's, partnerships with Home Depot, and I believe BMC and some other lumber companies and supply companies. So they basically work, I think they're just taking most of it, they're working with the deliveries to job sites, so that, you know, like the plumbers, electricians don't have to, or the HVAC people don't have to, you know, take time out of the day to go pick up stuff. So they're filling that gap. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because there's a lot of construction. I'm sitting right here in the parking lot, and there's, I don't know if you can see it, but there's, anyway, I can't really point the camera, but there's a big construction site right across the street. There's all over here. They're building apartments, gas stations, different things. There are projects that are around here, so I hope to pick up some of those deliveries. They seem to be paying pretty good. And then I think they also, those deliveries can go further out, so you get paid pretty good on the mileage. So in this big area, so to try that out, see, I'll get back to you on that when I complete some of those deliveries up, but I'm all signed up on that. And for now, that's about it. I'm just doing like I said, a junk removal job, and then I think I'm going to be doing another moving coming up, in-house, like labor moving type stuff. It's been a little bit slow this week, but I think it's just because there's a huge shift in the way people are moving in different areas, and but it's still, we're still in August, late August. The weather's really nice right now, so it's not hard to do labor jobs out now because it's nice and cool. And in September the weather's really nice out here, so hopefully I can get some more of those jobs before winter time, because when winter comes around here, it snows. And you know, I'm looking into is actually getting a Sprinter van with all-wheel drive, or at least front-wheel drive, something that I'd like to get all-wheel drive, because the truck I'm driving right now it's a rear-wheel drive. It's got a lot of power. You can pull a lot of weight on it, but unfortunately, when it gets really icy and snowy, you got to put chains on it, or it slips around quite a bit. So it's just a pain. So I thought about, in addition to what I have with this truck, for days that are going to be really icy or really snowy, getting a Sprinter van, and I think that would give me, fill that gap, so I could go out and do those particular jobs or delivery jobs. If it's a route job, I'm looking into that too, doing a route job for certain materials providers, see if something like that works. I haven't gotten anything like that yet. I've been offered contracts doing that, but they haven't really played out yet. So if I had something like that, and it's going to be icy and cold, and you need to do your route, then I wouldn't have to worry about popping chains on this thing, and I could drive with an all-wheel drive van. And those vans, they carry a lot of weight too, so it would be a good addition to what I have, because I really don't want to get into the bigger trucks, bigger stuff. Like, I don't want to get into the 26,000 pound trucks. I'm just trying to stick with just my small 10-foot box truck, maybe a Sprinter van, and possibly a dump truck, for doing dumps, or maybe a trailer, like a dump trailer. Actually, I'm looking at some trailers right now. There's some are pretty reasonable, but I'm not quite sure if I want to be tugging around a trailer yet. So we'll see. Just something to look into. I know right now it's probably a bad time to be buying cars or vans. It's really expensive right now. Even used cars are very expensive. So I'm gonna have to wait on that. I'm just looking at them and looking at the different types of vans. I don't know if I want to go diesel or gas. The motor I have in this truck here is a good solid motor. I have I got 167,000 miles on it. I bought it at 100,000, and I haven't had any problems, except I did have to replace the transmission when I first got it, because of course I bought it from a U-Haul, and they hammer these things. They tow lots of weight on them. Other than that, it's been good, and I think this motor probably, according to my mechanic, he said I'll probably get like 350,000 miles on it before I have to replace it, probably, if I take care of it. But anyway, I would like to have a van. I would like to have one of those tall, tall Sprinter vans where you can stand up in them. I've seen them. I've done some deliveries with them for companies, and they're solid. They're easy to drive too. And that's the one thing. I don't want to be driving some big 26-foot truck around. Plus another thing, this thing will park pretty much in any parking spot, regular parking spot. It's no bigger than a pickup truck. And a big pickup truck, as far as the length. The height's a little bit taller. That's about 9 feet. So, but I like to be able to navigate into good, be able to park somewhere, be able to get in and out of places. I like to park my vehicles at my place, in my driveway. I don't like to have to rent a storage to park my big trucks. If I had something bigger than this, I'd have to rent storage. I can't park this in my driveway. I mean, I can't park something that's bigger than this. I mean, I could, but I don't think the neighbors would appreciate it. So, yeah, so that's why I like the smaller hauling vans or box vans. And another thing that's good about having a truck like this and maybe a Sprinter van in addition is that those trucks, they can haul only up to, like this one can only haul up to about 8,000. Well, I mean, the gross weight would be 8,600. And if I were to tow, I could tow 6,000 pounds in addition to the 8,000, or the gross weight of this truck, which I think is probably only a ton. I mean, I probably can only really put a ton in the back, maybe a little bit more than a ton. But it never goes over, it's never going to go over the 10,001 pounds, which was where the DOT is going to, you're going to have some restrictions on that. You have to go to the weigh stations and type of things like that when you get into the higher weights. So I stick with these just kind of borderline trucks where it hits a certain weight, but it's just underneath there, so I don't have to go to the weigh stations. I don't have to have logbooks. I don't have to have medical cards and all that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing all that. I just don't really want to bother with it at this point. You have to be making, to me, I'd have to be making a lot more money to get involved with paying all those insurances and all that extra overhead that I don't need. This is very low overhead what I'm doing. But yeah, so looking into that, and that's about it. I'll let you know. I'm gonna kind of review that app. The app's called Curri. I think it's C-U-R-R-I, and that's the one that I'm gonna try to do where I deliver construction materials and stuff. I think you can even deliver in a car. So some of the jobs you can I have an SUV, I can try to deliver with that. So hopefully I'll get something this week. I got it all signed up. I got an email, so hopefully I can get something so I can review that and can talk to you about it, and see if it's a no or go, or if it's something I'm going to do continually. The other junk removal app I was doing is good. It's called Load Up. I was doing that, and it's actually a really decent app, and I got a pretty good job on it. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't have a helper with me to do those on a regular basis, so I'm looking for someone to help me on that. And because some of those are decent payouts, but you have to do, kind of get like 3 or 4 of them in a day if it makes sense to hire somebody. I mean, I'm not going to go out and do hire some guy for one job, because they're gonna want a certain amount of money for that day. So that app's good, but I have to wait till I get a decent helper on that one. And the Curri app, which from what I understand, I can do it on my own, so that I don't have to worry about a helper. And I kind of enjoy that, just going out on my own. They probably think a lot of times they just get a forklift of stuff. They put it in, they unload it for you. You go to the site, they unload it, and if you go to the store, they're going to load it for you. So that should be good. So hopefully, I don't know how the market is around here yet, but I'll find out and let you guys know. And other than that, I think just going to head over to the dump and sort some of this stuff out. And that's about it. Have a good one. Later.